So Gigi had another question or another comment. She said that she tries to get them to sit down and listen, and as soon as she asks a question, they're talking and getting crazy again. So something like a song or something really helps. Something else is whispering, making it really interesting and really getting like, hey guys, so I was thinking that maybe something we could do later today would be, some Play-Doh. And have a conversation with the 1 or 2 kids that are not being rowdy, bring them in, and then everybody else is gonna be like, what are you guys talking about? Why am I not included? What are we talking about? And once they start to get involved, you're like, guys, I really wanted to do something super fun, but it was so loud, my listening ears couldn't figure out what was going on. So I had to get a little quieter because my ears were really overwhelmed. So I got quieter. And I wanted to talk to Susan here because her ears are on. I know she's listening. So we're gonna figure out what we're doing. Do you guys want to be involved with this? You do? Cool. So let's take a big breath. When we're on the carpet, it's really important that your ears are on and your bodies are calm. I'm telling you guys really important things. And if you can't hear it, you miss out on all the fun stuff. So give them a reason to listen. Getting louder than them makes them louder, and it's gonna burn you out so fast. Getting quieter, bringing it in, kind of chilling makes it a lot better. For an example, I teach Sunday school, and when it's a 45-minute class, it's a short period, but when the older group of kids came in, there was a lot of boys. They were loud, they were rowdy, they had a lot of energy, and they're all friends. They were getting cuckoo. And I tried all my regular tools, nothing was working. So then I went over to a couple of kids that were quieter, and hey guys, so today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sun catchers, and we're gonna make them with glue. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a disc, we're gonna pour some glue into it, you're gonna get some sparkles and some food coloring. And as I'm explaining it to the 2 kids, everybody else starts getting really interested and a little bit jealous that I'm talking to these other kids and I'm not focusing on them. And they're like, hello, we're over here. What are we doing? Why are you not yelling at us? Hey guys, I really think that you guys are gonna like this project, but it was way too loud. But Ashley here is very interested in this. So if you guys wanna be interested, we gotta chill. We gotta lower the volume because we can't do fun stuff if we don't know what's going on. So I didn't tell them to be quiet. I didn't tell them to chill out. I gave them a reason to do it on their own. And that is really empowering for kids that always get yelled at. So typically when you see kids with PDA, like the other question, I'm not on the table or I'm not being loud, they get yelled at all the time. And I don't like to be just another voice that's yelling at them. I know what that's like as a child who is getting yelled at all the time for doing nothing wrong. I don't want to be another voice in these kids' life that's just another teacher yelling at them. It's going to shut them down. They don't need that. So I quiet it down and I get them interested. And then they chill all by themselves. And then so when you have your group of 14 or you have your group of 20 and you're doing circle, get them interested. What are we doing? Make it fun. You can also, another thing that you can do is something called smelly treats, which is, okay, whoever is sitting crisscross apple, and you say it really quietly, whoever's sitting crisscross applesauce with their hands in their lap, bubble in their mouth, I'm gonna come around and give you a smelly treat. Scented chapstick, so you just put a little bit on the back of their hand so they can just sit there and smelling it, and it just gives them a little bit of a sensory input. And for some kids that have the PDA or have that stuff that's making it hard for them to calm down, olfactory sensory experience sometimes chills their brain a little bit. So you can then, if 2 of the kids are actually being calm, oh, here's a smelly treat. And then they'll just sit there. And then the next person will be like, what did you just do? Oh, it's a smelly treat for friends that are sitting crisscross. I want one. And show me crisscross, calm body. And eventually everybody will catch on because they're seeing and it's interesting and it's fun. And then they love the smelly treats. So after you do this a couple times, say, class, I'm gonna give out smelly treats for calm bodies. And you say it once, nice and quiet, and everybody just settles. And so strategies like that really help keep you calm, keep your level of burnout at a minimum, and the kids respond really well to it because they just want to be played with, they just want to be interacted with, and they just want to feel safe. And they want to learn, but if they are expected to get yelled at all the time, they don't want to learn. They don't have a reason to. So keep the questions coming. Thank you.